Hello one and all, this is WellArmedWithTacos and welcome to the first video in a brand new Let's Play. This is Let's Play Thief Gold, the GOG edition, currently very vanilla. Hopefully we can keep it vanilla throughout, but I make no promises. This is an older game and it could crash a lot. I spoke at length about my history with this game in the reveal video that will be in the playlist right before this one. But just as a refresher, the Thief video game franchise is my favorite video game exclusive franchise of all time. By that I mean just a franchise that is just reserved to the video games. Thief is my favorite. Thief Gold is not my favorite game in the series, but it is definitely one of my favorite games of all time, and I am very nervous about doing this Let's Play because I really don't feel I'll be able to do the game justice or make my love for the game justice. That didn't make any sense. Show my love for the game properly, because I really do love this game. So, I believe I have already fiddled with all the options to make them how I want them. So we're going to do a new game. And we're going to do difficulty expert. We're going to be doing expert through the whole thing. And we're going to do start training.
I was a kid. No parents, no home. Running messages and picking pockets to keep my ribs from meeting my spine. One night I saw a man. Folks just passed him by like he wasn't there. I thought he must have something valuable, so I snuck up on him and made a grab.
That's not for you.
Please, sir, I'm hungry. Don't tell the Hammers, I promise.
What is your name, boy?
Garrett.
You have talent, lad.
Let go of me, old man!
To see a keeper is not an easy thing, especially one who does not wish to be seen. We have a need for those as gifted as yourself. If you've grown tired of how you live, then follow me, and we will show you a different way.
Leave me alone!
As you wish.
I caught up with him just before he vanished into the crowd. It was the beginning of a very long education.
And unpause the mic. A keeper's training. Difficulty expert. Follow the directions of your instructor in order to pass the training tests. We're going to select continue. And welcome,
young Garrett. In the nearby rooms, I will instruct you in the various skills you will need to survive. Please stay in the entrance area to each room while I explain the room's purpose. When you are ready to begin your lessons, proceed down this hallway to the first room.
Welcome to Thief. In this introduction video, we are learning the Keeper's training for us. At the bottom of the screen, we have our light gem, which is what's in the center, and the shields from the left side of the screen into the center. Those are our health. Health is basically an illusion in this game. I'm being quite serious when I say health is an illusion. We have a hit point bar, but essentially the hit point bar is reserved for the very rare occasional trap, fall damage, and drowning. And pretty much anything short of that health is pretty much meaningless to us. Especially because we're playing expert difficulty. There are factors as a result of playing on the expert difficulty that will have a lasting change on this Let's Play. You haven't seen them yet in this training mission, but when they show up, I will explain them to you. Something else to note. I have jacked up the brightness to this game quite a bit. That is because YouTube naturally likes to darken things. For those of you unfamiliar with Thief, it is a game all about shadows, so it's a very dark game, and I don't want YouTube to make it so dark you can't see anything. So I've really increased the brightness, and hopefully by the time this hits YouTube, it'll be about the right level for you guys. If it's too bright still, I can lower it.
You must learn how to move unseen. Stay in the shadows. Avoid the light. The indicator on your screen will tell you how visible you are. Try to reach the top of the platform without being seen.
What he's talking about is the light gem, which you can now see has turned black, or close enough to black on this brightness setting. We are supposed to move through these shadows to get to the other side. This is what Thief is all about. Pretty easy stuff, but it's the trading, so I mean, what do you expect?
Well done. I did not see you approach.
Open this door to continue. When the door is near the center of your screen, it will light up, indicating that it is selected. To manipulate selected doors and other objects, use them.
And use his mouse
Good.
too.
Proceed down this corridor for your next test.
We have learned how not to be seen. Now we shall learn how not to be heard.
Now you must learn to move quietly. Some surfaces are louder than others when walked upon, and moving quickly makes more noise than moving slowly. Listen to your own footsteps to hear how much noise you are making. The instructor will have his back turned. You must get to the top of the platform without being heard.
When moving across this carpeted surface, and at a normal walking pace, we are completely silent. This is actually running. I thought I had it set to always walk, but apparently we are actively running right now. We can crouch to make ourselves even quieter, and even smaller to see if we wanted to, and we could walk even slower. There are times where we're going to want to walk even slower. If we walk on these obvious big metal parts, it will sound like you're walking on metal, which is louder than walking on carpet. This has been your basic understanding of sound.
I did not hear you traverse the room.
Beyond this door is a hallway that will lead you to your next task.
And the door closes behind us. We can jump. Let's hop to the next location. For we are quite mature. And step out to here.
Now get your weapons. To pick up objects, select them by centering them on screen until they light up. Then use them. Choose your weapon now. Try readying your sword and then your bow. You can always put them away again if you need your hands free.
This is the sword.
Now let's go out to the courtyard for some target practice.
The sword is present in Thief 1 and Thief 2. It is gone for Thief 3 and Thief 4. Which sort of makes sense. But I like the sword. It gives you the option of fighting violently if you need to.
By holding down the attack button. Make sure you draw all the way back, or your shot will not have full power. Take aim, and when you are ready to shoot, release your attack. See if you can hit one of these targets.
I'm trying to explain to the audience the things that you're not. Thank you. These are broadhead arrows. They belong to the bow, obviously. The bow is one of the most important weapons and tools in Thief. If you wait, you can zoom in there.
Good shot. Keep practicing if you wish. When you are ready to proceed, approach the training dummy and ready your sword.
I have not played one of the original two Thief games in a while, so my aim and accuracy is going to be a little off. But it'll come back to me. Let's pull out our sword and approach the dummy.
Swing at the target with the attack button. A quick tap will give you a slash. Move the tip of your sword to the left of the target for a left slash, and to the right of the target for a right slash. Hold the attack button down, then release for an overhead swing. Try both slashes and the overhead swing on the practice dummy. Good job.
Already
You're
done.
ready for a live opponent.
Yes.
To practice against your partner, enter the cobbled sparring area.
Hello, you. We're going to pause and save, for something very silly is going to happen soon. I don't actually remember how to block. It's not jump, apparently. This is mostly how I fight in Thief.
Keep sparring if you wish. When you are done, leave the sparring area.
You kind of go around them and do this.
That's enough sparring for today. Please walk over to the table.
No! We're actually going to follow him into this room. Going in here is one of the essentially old school tricks that us Thief players know. He'll just stand there and then we can go back here, because if you did not follow him in here, that gate will close and this door is locked. We cannot get that locked door open. If I was playing the most infamous mod that's associated with this game, the dark mod, as it were, we would actually
Would you
be
care
able
for some refreshment before we move on, young Garrett?
to
Please
get
pick
into
up
that
all
door.
of the items on this table. Cycle through your inventory to see the objects you have in your pockets.
Actually, I can't remember if that key unlocks that door. But if we move fast enough, we might be able to do both. We took a hit there. Our health will not go down because this is training. I would be dead, normally, in expert mode after that third hit.
Keep sparring if you wish. When you are done, leave the sparring area.
Ow. I want to drag him over here. Get that last hit in to make those objects spawn. I don't think that key opens the door, but I'm curious. It's been a while since I've tried.
That's enough sparring for today.
Items
Please
appear.
walk over to the table. Would you care for some refreshment before we move on, young Garrett? Please pick up all of the items on this table.
We move faster without an item equipped. Or definitely without the sword equipped. And we can come through here. I want to try this key. Cycle through my items here. We have a compass and a key. We hold it out in front of us like this, and it works. Oh! Apparently, the GOG version either preemptively installed the dark mod, or they included this room as a gimmick. I'm actually stunned. This is not supposed to be here. This is a bedroll. You can read it. Quotes from the Dark Team. Development of Thief the Dark Project. You can read all this. I'm not going to. There you are. If you wanted to read all that, that's how you could. I forget how we set that down. How do we set that down? Don't remember. Let's try picking up something else. Like the basketball. No, that's not working. This is actually important because I was going to run into the issue of trying to drop an item sooner or later. Map. That doesn't help me. R, apparently. R. Okay. You could throw the basketball. I'm actually now beginning to second guess myself. I don't remember now if this was exclusively part of the dark mod, but I recall that it was. You can play basketball, whatever. I recall this being part of the mod, which I don't have installed. Oh well. If it already does come installed with the GOG version, at least that means this is going to be a lot more stable. Alright, we go over to the table now, and pick up these items.
Cycle through your inventory to see the objects you have in your pockets. Once an object is displayed, you may use it. Have something to eat if you wish. Then you may proceed. The next test is waiting on the other side of the metal door.
The compass. The compass is not always useful, but it does have its purposes. An apple, which we'll eat. A healing potion, which will heal us. A key, which will unlock doors.
The door is locked, but the key from the table will open it. Good. Now head down this hallway to get to your next test.
Let's jump down the hall. And the door closes behind us. Man, the presence of that room there is going to be bothering me.
Now you will learn new movement skills. First, climb the rope by jumping onto it.
Excellent!
Move while looking up or down to climb up or down the rope. Turn to change your facing. If you jump again, you will release the rope. Now climb the rope to get to the top of the platform. Well done. Run and jump across the gap to the other side of the stream.
Apparently I'm already set to run, so either that or... I feel like that's not running. Let me check my controls. Where is run? I don't have a setting for it, so let me just change this to this. And then theoretically shift should have me... There we are. This is walking. This is running. I'll have to get used to that. That is water. We can swim in water.
This
they're not going to have us do it for the
easy
tutorial.
To climb if you know how. First, move close to the wall.
Like that.
Next, jump to grab the edge of the wall and pull yourself up. Good job.
Yes.
I am most pleased with your progress. You have passed the last test for today. If you wish, you may stay to practice your climbing and jumping, or swimming, ducking, leaning, or crawling. When you are finished, you may return to your chambers by going through that red door.
Let's actually introduce swimming. Water! Hitting water negates any fall damage, which is important. You can swim faster in water the same way that you can run faster. I don't recall there being any secret shenanigans in the water. Not in this tutorial area, but you can look. How this pool maintains itself, I have no idea. And you can climb out of water the same way you can climb any other way. You can hit the tree. But the trees in this world are made out of solid objects, so it doesn't really help. And unfortunately, we cannot go by this way. We have to go around and do the run jump. I don't think we can jump that high. We cannot. So coming over here is essentially pointless. But if you fell from there, this would be how you get around again. I'm going to hold shift to run forward here. Do the training in one video. That works well for me. Garrett, you need to have climbed that. The ability to climb ropes like that is going to be fundamental to this Let's Play. I promise you that. Like, it is going to be exceptionally important. And only because ropes are essentially a usable object in this game. I mean, an inventory object. Ropes occurring naturally in the environment like this are extremely scarce, but you will have some in your inventory, and that is super important. Going in here...
Keepers were training me to be one of them.
What,
but I found other uses for those skills.
Like stealing valuables and breaking things. Anyways, that was its tutorial, and we can select continue.
I have a simple job planned for this evening. Break into a guarded mansion, steal another fat nobleman's priceless trinket, and leave quietly. Lord Bafford is out of town, and rumor has it that the captain of his house guard went with him as a bodyguard. The time is ripe for a bit of burglary. The front gate of Lord Bafford's manor is always guarded, and the main street is far too exposed. But Cuddy tells me there's a better way in, around to the side, more out of the way. One guard, and likely no witnesses to complicate matters. The piece Cuddy wants is a scepter, silver, jewels, the usual adornments. It should command a high price. Bafford, like most of his kind, probably keeps his treasures on the top floor of the place, close to his heart, and far from his servants. No point in waiting. I have Cuddy's old sketches of the place, and everyone who's going to be asleep inside already is. It's time to begin.
Alright, and without lingering too much here on the difficulty screen this time, I'm going to go ahead and end the video. Thank you all for watching. This has been the first video of Thief. Just a training for now, but next video, things will start to get a little bit more interesting.